Hey, this is your host, Anthony Tank Mansfield, and with me today is
Justin Stewart.
and
Bryce Oquaye.
and this is What You Into.
What you into?
What you into?
This glass is dope as hell.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and the Voltron beer is delicious.
The Voltron beer is delicious. This glass is nuts.
Well, thanks you guys for coming and hanging out in the basement. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like I want you guys to be comfortable, while you're here and just, enjoy yourself. And this is great, guys. This is Bryce, I think you hit on it earlier. This is kind of becoming like an annual thing now, where last summer we all got together to see Jizza do Liquid Swords, and now tonight we're going to go see Ghostface Killer. This is kind of a cool yearly thing that's happening.
I'm saying we just have to make sure that the rest of Woo understands that, like, this is tradition. So keep sending a new Woo person.
We've set a standard now.
Yes.
Like we are willing to come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and Wu-Tang, please just keep Wu-cycling people through here.
Woo cycle.
Like maybe next year, maybe you give us meth. I don't know,
I'm saying.
Shaolin Highway.
Yeah, whoever you want to bring through, we'll go see. I mean,
Yep.
that's just where it is right now.
Yep.
So, well, guys, look, I'm stoked to have you back. Tonight, no, we're not talking Wu-Tang Clan. Tonight, we're talking Blade. Mm-hmm. The entire trilogy of Blade. And I threw it out here, and the reason why I threw it out was because I was like, you guys are like two of my biggest comic book nerd friends that I know. And I'm like, and also movie guys as well. And then we got here, and it's like, we realized on the drive up between all of us, you two haven't seen all of the Blade trilogy. How does this work?
No, I didn't rewatch the
Oh, you didn't
entire.
rewatch it.
Yeah. Blade 2 was the only one that I rewatched in preparation for this show.
Oh, okay.
It was
Yes.
actually, we found out during the car ride that we was on the same type of time because, like, knowing what we know about the trilogy, we've seen the first Blade a million times over.
Right.
And then the second Blade is perfection.
Yes.
So we was like, all right, we'll watch Blade 2. And we happened upon that completely on our own. And then Justin was in the car like, yeah, I only watched Blade 2 to prepare for this. So I was like, yo, I watched Blade 2 last night.
It is definitely got the Empire Strikes Back effect going on with it, where it's the middle film and it's the best film.
Yep.
Like, because you know enough going into it, you know what it is, and it hasn't jumped the shark yet.
Right.
Like, it just took what there was in the first movie and they made it better. And so, all right. Well, before we do that, before we talk too much Blade, and thank you for straightening me out. Let's get in.
Yeah.
Let's do plugs real quick. So, you know where to find me at Neil to No One on Instagram is where I'm at. My link tree's there. You can find all my stuff from there. Bryce, you can find him on IG at bmad100s. Mad100s.com is the website. Justin, you can find on IG Justin3000 and Justin3000.com. Do you guys got anything else out there you want to talk about right now?
I just released a brand new comic on my website called Slaughter Market Sweep.
Nice.
Story by friend of the show, Chris Coron, and we came up with this concept on a mini road trip. So, and then we got our homie Wes Gift to go ahead and write the script, and then that's what I drew. So it's a 12-page, completely free to read story on my website under the comics tab.
Nice.
So yeah.
And then everybody, run up mad100s.com. I got a lot of stuff up there. I'm getting ready to take down all the original art and kind of do some updates with some new art, some new releases that I have coming, and tap in with me. I've got Hard Justice, and I'm actively working on the next two installments to Hard Justice. So yeah, just keep checking out my social things, and buy some stuff on the website.
Yeah. And definitely, and listeners, look at both their IGs. These guys are both regularly doing live art where they're going out and making stuff in bars, restaurants, breweries, places like that. And there's sometimes where like stuff doesn't sell, or here's the deal: reach out to them and either say, "Hey, that's a cool piece." and then be like, is it still available? Because sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It depends. There's nights where we've all experienced this. It's sold before it even comes off the boards, and there's other nights where like you have something that sits on a wall for 2 hours and just nobody comes by and grabs it. Now you got this thing, and listener, you can pick it up. Reach out to them both on Instagram. Get up in their DMs.
Yep.
Cool. All right, guys, let's talk Blade. So let's start with this before we jump into Blade. Let's start with this. I'm comfortable in saying this was the first good Marvel movie ever.
Correct.
Facts.
Yeah, because
Correct.
because in prep for the show, I was like, well, what movies came out before Blade from Marvel? 1986, we got Howard the Duck. I remember watching this way too young. I remember watching this when I was born in 81, so I saw this when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those films where like my parents didn't understand that it was more intense than what a child should see, or it was more adult than what a child should see.
Yeah, they just thought it was a talking animal movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a
Which
sudden,
it was.
Yeah, it was. And then that talking animal fucks that lady.
It sure
Well,
does.
I mean, and that was one of those movies too where like, I think they might have done that on purpose. They might have been slick with that because I mean everything that was out at that time, Harry and the Hendersons, all these. Howard the Duck should not have been any different than any of those movies as far as somebody's parents were concerned.
Sure, it tracks with all those other ones.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what a weird thing to pick from the entire Marvel library. Like, how did somebody come upon that and be like, we need to launch the Marvel film series with Howard the Duck?
I don't think they were thinking of it as film series, and weirdly enough, the big monster at the end is puppeteered by Phil Tippett, great grandfather of stop motion animation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good shit.
Yeah, it is. It is just a weird like one-off movie.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
after thinking about what could have been, where it's like, do you think if Marvel's going to launch something, it's Spider-Man? I just wonder who found Howard the Duck and was like, this needs to come to the silver screen. We're willing to get investors and producers to put money into it.
Who that was a George Lucas involved project.
I think they were trying.
They were trying to get a thing going.
Yeah, they were trying to follow some trends. I think
Yeah.
that they were. I think that they were looking for like their ET or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's what the goal was. They were like, yeah, we got a little mascot dude. Here we go, horny duck.
He does look at that magazine a lot.
Yeah, man, what a weird time to be alive. And then the follow up to that, we get 1989's The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren, which
Yeah.
I kind of get where they were going with that, but man, is that a bad movie?
Yep. I remember waiting for that at my local video store when I was a kid, waiting for someone to turn it back in because they had just started a wait list. Excuse me, and that was one of the first ones that I wanted to make sure I saw, and boy, that was not a Punisher movie.
I've only ever seen clips of it on YouTube.
I think I saw it like once. He's wearing like a black leather jacket and he's got a motorcycle, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Yeah, and is he driving in the sewer at one point or something?
he does. That's how he gets around.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw this YouTube compilation of like they was almost kind of Rick-rolling you with the scenes of him driving through the sewer.
It just kept looping the sewer footage.
Just kept on looping sewer footage and stuff, and I was like, "Wait, this is really a Punisher joint?"
See, and that one made a little bit more sense to me to make it to a movie because it is like just such a generic action movie to make.
Yeah.
Where at the time, especially at the end of the '80s, like Hollywood's like, we know how to do these. It's kind of, this is our version of the Western. Like we can totally make this, and it's just a dog shit movie.
Yep, and there wasn't anything until the very end where he stabs a dude, and the knife has a skull logo.
Yeah.
On the bottom, and that's it. Like that's the only Punisher shit you saw in that entire movie.
That's all we needed. Less is more.
Sure it is.
Wasn't there also a Captain America movie, or did that not get released?
That was there. There was a Captain America film that was. It had I can't remember the dude's name of it or the dude that was in it, but the costume had rubber ears.
Yes.
Because
To be like the wings.
yes,
Are we talking about when they were trying to do these with the Incredible Hulk?
Oh yeah,
TV
all the
show?
TV
Yeah.
made for TV movies. Yeah,
Because they did Cap and Thor and all of
Yeah.
that with Lou Ferrigno's universe.
yeah.
Well, and apparently there's a 1994 Fantastic Four movie that never got released.
Yes, the Roger Corman version.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, which is interesting that they were like, no, we're putting the brakes on this.
Yeah. Well, there's a documentary about that that's on Amazon Prime. It's called Doomed, and it's a whole movie about the Roger Corman thing, and it was all a complete like write-off movie.
Really?
Like it was never intended to be released. It was a tax movie that had to get made, or the executive producer was going to lose his shit, going to lose his money on it.
Did Corman figure out a way to fit boobs into this movie?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The Invisible Girl.
Are you allowed to put boobs in the Fantastic Four?
Well,
it's 90s and it's Corman.
right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
There
He
we
found
go.
a way.
That's
he found
true.
a way.
Yeah. Boobs will find a way. It's like life will find a way.
I feel like that was one of those. I feel like that was one of those movies where, like, you know, at old horror conventions and stuff, where people would sell the VHS tapes of movies.
Oh yeah, that was always one of the bootlegs.
Yeah, because you could get because I remember you could get the Fantastic Four movie, you could get the Nick Fury joint, you could get like the Incredible Hulk joints, and these were supposed to be like unreleased things. It was always the wild bootleg quality. Yeah.
Well, luckily in 1998, we finally get a quality Marvel movie. We get Blade, starring Wesley Snipes. Dude, I don't know if I can picture one other guy in my head as Blade, and that's it. Like, but Wesley Snipes is Blade. Blade is Wesley Snipes at this point. I can't divorce these two.
I agree.
And I love the way Wesley Snipes plays this character.
Nah, he was definitely he was the one for the character. Like I feel like if Wesley Snipes wasn't gonna play Blade at this time, the movie was not gonna do well. Yeah, I don't think any other actor could have really filled in the role and done it properly.
It's that perfect convergence of actor and property.
Yeah.
Right? Because like he's the first. I mean, again, you talk to anybody, be like, who's Blade? Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
They may have
casting
never
him.
seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now some people have argued Michael Jai White is the dude.
I would like to see it, but
I don't think so, man.
But
hear me out. Michael Jai White, but as the 70s Blade.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, because Black Dynamite, that makes sense. But like, I mean,
if
because
they made Blade Dynamite,
but hey, look, when Blade was Dagger, when Blade was Dagger, that's Michael Jai. But the thing is though, because like, I mean, because Wesley Snipes, like he was this kind of like, you know, he's super smooth, right? But like not blaxploitation smooth.
Because what was he coming off of?
so I mean, film wise for Wesley Snipes, we got Major League, Demolition Man, New Jack City, Jungle Fever, White Men Can't Jump, Passenger 57. Blade comes out in 98.
Yeah.
So he's done a lot of shit before Blade.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if what of those are after. Like, I don't know where Demolition Man falls in that, but I feel like that's a movie that showed that he could be an asshole and yet likable at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, he could play a villain that you still sort of rooted for. And then also, I mean, he was one of the highlights in Major League. Like, Willie Mays Hayes, like, all that shit with him stealing the bases and stuff, and, like, his comedy. That's the other thing, too. This dude can do it all. He can be funny. He can be serious. In New Jack City, he can be very serious.
Yeah.
Like,
He was in fucking Tu Wong Fu.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. This man has range.
Because like, I mean, when I think of like, when I think of Wesley Snipes at that time, because I mean, I love a good blaxploitation film.
Of course.
But you know, like how gimmicky those heroes could be.
Yeah.
There's a certain type of smooth that you think of with your black heroes and stuff in those types of movies. So he kind of like modernized that vibe. I feel like because all those films he was doing. So then by the time you get Blade, you're like, yo, this is it. Like, you know, the rhythm that he brought to the role or whatever. I think a cat like Michael Jai White, he would have been really, really cool for the role, but he's you know, he's a bit more stiff in comparison. Wesley Snipes definitely, you could tell, like he carried some of that Nino Brown with him to the role. I think.
Yeah. No, I mean, that is the thing, is like he does play Blade as a badass.
Yeah.
Like you never have any feeling in any scene. You're never like, oh, Blade's screwed. You're just like, no, everybody else is locked in this room with him.
Yep.
They've made a mistake.
How's Blade getting out of this one?
Yeah. He's always hard as fuck. Like, if anybody dare says anything out of line to him, Blade is immediately just fucking them up. And it might just be a small tune-up where he has to slap him around the face a little bit. Or he might just, like, have to put a stake through somebody. You know, it just depends.
He's that dude.
It just depends on what the infraction is. All the while, rocking cool shit like big black leather trench coats, and which is very 90s of him, when tribal tattoos on the back of his neck. He's got all sorts of cool shit going on.
Do you feel like Wesley Snipes said some motherfuckers always try to ice skate uphill in his regular life, and it just carried over to the movie? I feel.
I don't think you could dispute that.
You feel me? Because
yeah.
I feel like that might have been some shit he said before. And then it just so happened that he slid that into the movie because, you know, it's kind of like his, oh man, like, you know.
He's like, I got something I could ad lib in here. It's gonna make this way better.
Yeah. Like everybody that knows him saw the movie and it was like, I can't believe you said that. He's like, you know.
I said it before.
Some motherfuckers always try to ice skate uphill. You know?
It's the truth, ain't it?
It is. Yeah.
Well, let's do this. Let's set the summary up for this. So, Blade is a dark superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character Blade. The movie follows Blade, played by Wesley Snipes, a half-human, half-vampire who possesses all the strengths of vampires but none of their weaknesses, except for the thirst for blood. He dedicates his life to hunting vampires to avenge his mother, who was killed by vampires during childbirth. Blade teams up with his mentor, Abraham Whistler, played by Chris Christopherson, and hematologist Karen Jensen, played by Nubush Wright, to stop Deacon Frost, played by Stephen Dorff, a rebellious vampire who plans to summon a vampire blood god, La Magra, to destroy humanity. All right.
Pretty fucking metal.
Good breakdown.
Yep.
Yeah, so we get, so Stephen Dorff, was Stephen Dorff in Boondock Saints? Was he the other brother in that?
No, that was Sean Patrick Flannery.
That's
Thank you. Yeah.
Powder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. There we go. All right, so Stephen Dorff, I got The Power of One, Felon, and Somewhere is Johnny Mark, or Somewhere. I've never heard of any of these films. Chris Christopherson, of course, The Star is Born, Convoy, and Pinball Payback. You might also know him from, playing great country music.
Right.
So,
right.
What's he in? It's the Highwaymen with, it's like him, Willie Nelson.
Roy Orbison
Yeah.
and Waylon Jennings.
Chris Christopherson he plays country music?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Apparently, there was a dust-up one time between him and Toby Keith about. So apparently, Chris. All right, I'm not even going to check it. I'm just going to say it. And if I fuck this up, I'll do a retraction. But this came out. I saw when Toby Keith died. Apparently, after 9/11. Chris Christopherson was backstage at a country concert, and he Toby Keith walked by and was like, "Hey, why don't you can that lib shit tonight?" And Chris Christopherson got pissed at him because he was he was something military, and basically told Toby Keith that he'd never done anything for this country and to shut the fuck up if he's got a problem about it. And that was basically it. And Toby Keith was a huge dude, and he was not stepping to Chris Christopherson. So I might have got that wrong, listener. Google it if I did. Yeah, send me some hate mail. But
you better not step to Whistler.
Yeah, no.
Gotta fucking
I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I'm not believing that Toby Keith is beating up Whistler.
No, he's not about to whoop Whistler.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
No way. Yeah. I mean, maybe he's tough at his I love this bar, but he's not. Chris Christopherson will come in that bar and shove a fucking red Solo cup up his ass.
Right.
It's over.
With the quickness.
Right. Yeah. Chris Christopherson is one of those drinking country dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His songs are about
cocaine and whiskey.
Cocaine, whiskey, and your life being a complete fucking shit show.
Yeah. I miss good country music.
Right.
All right. And then Nubush Wright she was in Dead Presidents and also Zebrahead.
Yeah.
Oh.
I only know her from Blade and Dead Presidents.
Okay. Well, and that seems to be her film career.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, memorable scenes in this movie. The opening club scene with the blood sprinklers.
It's genius.
Mm-hmm.
What a way to start this hot.
Right. It's a genius shot. I can't imagine how coming up with that sequence. Sitting around the writer's room or someone in particular. I don't remember who wrote it, but yeah, that's a great opening.
The colors in that scene stand out the most to me. I like there's this one IG page that I follow that always does like color palettes for different like iconic scenes.
Oh, I love when you share those. Those are great.
Oh man, and that scene in particular came up one time, and I had to use it. I was like, "Yo, this is insane. It's just like it's nuts for them to even start the movie like that." I'm like, "Yo, somebody's like a real comics dude working on this movie."
Yeah.
It's the first thing I think of whenever I hear Sandstorm, which
Oh,
is
shit, yeah.
is something that you still hear. Like if you go to any type of sporting event, there's a pretty good chance at some point the DJ is going to drop Sandstorm. Dun 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 dun. You know, that whole thing, and then
Yep.
and immediately when I hear it, all I can think of is the blood sprinkler scene from Blade
Yep.
every time. We also get the Blade versus Deacon Frost final battle. That's the other big thing about this movie. You know, just a lot of karate, a lot of fighting. Yeah, fun. I mean, I think that's kind of the whole film. Is just you get a lot of whoop ass kung fu, like gunship, blade shit all throughout this thing.
Yeah.
I think the first Blade was great at being an action horror film, like a true action horror, because it had its moments where it was generally creepy. Like I think for like being young watching it, I remember like being like, oh man, like because some of those the scene, there was a scene in the middle where the woman was being followed by that cop and thinking he was a vampire and all, and you know, macing him, and he was just gonna generally just assault and kill her. That whole thing, that's kind of just a wildly intrusive, crazy scenario to be in. It's like you're mixing in this whole thing. You know how they do in vampire movies where like they mix vampire in with society. But this time they're like, nah, this is real street level. Like this is the police. This isn't like this isn't the mayor. This is a cop. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I do like in this movie they make you feel like there's levels to it because you do feel that the vampires are very powerful and scary. Because like whenever humans have to, because even Whistler's like, I'm not trying to fuck with the vampire.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh damn, if even Whistler is like, I'm not signing up for that. Like I'm here to help kind of on the sidelines, but I can't go out and like fight these things one-on-one. I'm gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So you know that they're like some serious shit. And then you know Blade is even more serious shit because he's able to take on multiple of these dudes at one time and fuck them up. And he's able to be the daywalker, you know, and live between the two worlds and all that.
Yeah.
When
Think about how crazy it was for Whistler to find him. Like knowing that in that universe, Whistler had been fighting these vampires for years
with no abilities.
with no, just being a dude.
And then even the scenes where, you know, they were showing Blade being born and like showing his mother and stuff like that, and like how dramatic they made those scenes. Like they really did a good job. Like Blade by itself, I think like I don't think it was a true comic movie as much as they were just generally like, look, you know, we're gonna do this. What if we gave a John Carpenter type of script to Spike Lee? You feel me? Like that type of vibe, you know?
Yeah, and it also, I felt like they did a good job of doing the thing of the anti-hero-ness of where, like, the way that a Blade has to interact with the side of him where he does need blood. And so he's trying to, like, do it in the most humane way possible. Like, he's not trying to hit humans and eat them. He's, like, taking shots or whatever to try to balance his pH levels out of whatever the fuck it is he has going on to not go full vampire.
Yeah.
And so in a way, you kind of feel bad for him, but then it's like this weird, he is sort of a ticking time bomb kind of thing. It makes him interesting.
It does.
This is like just on like in a subtle way. I like how they did. I like how they kind of connected Blade to just his general environment as a person in New York, where like when he was going to get his serum from that dude that was running the shop, and it's just like it gives off the vibe of like this dude just having like this little, you know, little remedy shop, barbershop type of thing. Shows up, daps the dude up, takes his serum with him. Like this little things like that. That's just kind of that's stuff like that made the movie really fly to me.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Well, before we eject out of Blade, I got to hit upon this. The kill count for this. So right now, this movie is clocking in where it's estimated that Blade kills between 45 to 50 vampires in this movie. It's estimated he takes out 20 vampires in the opening bloodbath scene, 15 to 20 throughout the movie, just miscellaneously. Just he has to kill motherfuckers. And then the final battle, at least 10, including the primary antagonist, Deacon Frost.
Light work.
Yeah.
Solid.
Light work.
Good body count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's a weekend for Wesley Snipes, not even Blade.
Just stacking
regular
bodies.
ass.
Yeah,
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. You know what I mean?
I was unaware that serial killer Wesley Snipes was out there in the world.
No, not serial killer. Just like
Just stacking bodies.
You know, I feel like if Wesley Snipes one of them dudes that just gets tried for no reason.
I can see
what
that.
I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just out.
He is under 6 foot.
Remember, complete side note. Y'all remember when Wesley Snipes got that? Remember they had the martial arts award on TNT?
Yeah.
And Wesley Snipes went ahead and got that award.
Yep.
I think he got that award because he reached that 1,000 kill mark. That's what I think happened. Yeah. It had nothing to do with the films.
So that's the secret.
That man was out here. He got 1,000 kills. That was the earliest, like when they give you achievements on PlayStation.
Yeah.
They said, let's go and call up TNT. Let's do this martial arts award real quick so we can honor all the other ones and give Wesley his 1,000 kill award.
Yep. And he got up on stage and he demonstrated how he did it.
Yeah. He was like, hey, man, And they never did another award after that. Nobody else.
Well, nobody else got near the number.
1,000 kills.
Nobody else got near the number.
No, because they have to fight Wesley Snipes to get the trophy.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
And he's
on some
unbeaten.
Afro Samurai shit.
Yeah, that's not the headband you want to try to snatch.
Nah, hell no.
That's a horrible idea.
No, ain't no way.
Yeah. All right, well, Wesley Snipes, your secret is safe with us.
Yep.
But Bryce knows, and now we know.
Hey, man, don't come for me. Please. Please don't.
All right, guys, let's get into the highlight of this episode. Blade 2, released in 2002. So 4 years later, we get a new Blade movie, directed by Guillermo del Toro, and it follows Blade, a half-vampire, half-human vampire hunter, as he is recruited by the Vampire Council to combat a new breed of super vampires known as Reapers. Blade aligns with the Blood Pack, a group of elite vampires, to eliminate the Reaper threat. Holy shit, this movie rocks.
Right?
Man,
It's
look.
squads, right? It's what you said earlier, squads.
Yeah.
Hey, well, look, off top, you have a vampire hit squad called the Blood Pack.
That's comic book shit.
Look, it's over. It's
Del
over.
Toro knew what he was doing.
Yep,
Yeah.
That's
yep.
comic book shit.
Blood Pack, come on, I'm sold.
Yeah.
It's a classic sequel move too, where it's like, hey, you know the badass from the first movie? What if we like multiplied the badasses and made a team of them? It's like, okay, cool, yes, I'm in for this.
And
Right.
yep.
Right. It's the predatorification. You know?
yeah.
It's like just look at the look at the monsters in that movie. Look at how their faces open up.
Yeah, which is
Half
sick.
predator shit.
And
right?
each member of the Blood Pack has their own weapon.
100%.
And then
Yes.
like the creatures with the and the Blade's still more badass than everybody there.
Right. And the great thing too is that you have the Blood Pact where I noticed this on the rewatch, that you have dude with the hammer gets attacked, gets bit, doesn't tell anybody he got bit, and so he becomes the sort of standard typical. I gotta hide my zombie wound so they don't find out, and then he ends up fucking costing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is kind of
That always happens.
It is kind of a zombie movie.
It is.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that.
The Reapers are basically zombies because they're like the most primal version of vampires. Like they don't have all the pomp and circumstance of normal vampires, where it's like, oh, we wear leather and then we dine from the chalice
Right.
in the cup. It's like, and then
Right.
they fucking predator face, and like 3 of them jump on you and eat you.
Yeah,
It's like,
because
oh,
they
this
say
is
that
way worse.
they say in the movie that they have to feed at least every 6 hours or they'll lose their fucking minds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
yep.
they just constantly feed. That's all they do.
Yeah, their entire life is just going out and killing.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they got that, they have the toxin to where like when if they get you with the tongue joint,
Yep.
you're immobilized and then they eat
Yep.
and then it's over. Yeah. Oh man, that's such a good movie.
It's
So solid. The effects, the practical effects mixed with the CG. Now, Bryce and I were talking about the CG on the ride up here. We think that the full body CG was unnecessary.
Facts.
yeah,
That's really the only gripe I can give about Blade 2.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and then it's the problem too, and I don't know, like when these things were getting made, if like Hollywood nobody thought ahead, but it's just like CGI from the early 2000s is fucking rough, dude.
Yeah.
Well, and there was like there was a good pocket of time where, and in those early 2000s where people realized what they could do with CGI, and then they like completely overdid it,
Yeah.
and took away from practical effects or just the abilities of the actors. Because like a person like Wesley Snipes had no need for any of that CGI, and at that time he was still young enough to where you need him to do a flip, he'll do whatever, you know what I mean?
Until we get to Blade Trinity.
But like, yeah, I reference the scene when they had those floodlights and the two vampire ninjas was going after Blade.
Yeah.
And then they like backed up and let the silhouettes do the CGI stuff. I was like, yo, that was unnecessary. It was cool,
Yeah.
but it wasn't necessary.
Yeah. I do love that part though, where they infiltrate like a Blade's lair. Like,
Oh yeah, that was dope.
That's so cool.
Vampire ninjas, come
Vampire
on.
Ninja's always cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, well, since we're here, like, let's talk a little bit about the blood pack. So we got Assad, who is he's the guy in the black suit. He's the professional type dude. Chupa, who is the muscular, short hair, tattoos and tactical vest, light hammer, tall, bald, tribal tattoos, has a hammer.
Right.
They didn't bury the lead with a light hammer.
No.
They're like,
No.
You're a light hammer because you have a gigantic sledgehammer.
Yep. Yep.
That's your thing now. Priest, goth looking, super pale, dark trench coat. Snowman, dual katanas, like ninja kind of dude going on. Verlin, I don't know. Gothic, dark hair, pale skin, leather outfits. That's the most generic fucking vampire thing you could be.
Yep.
Pale skin, leather trench
A
coat.
skinny goth dude in a trench coat. Naisa, attractive, sophisticated, long dark hair and tactical gear, and of course Reinhardt, which is Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
Rugged, shaved head, facial scars, black leather.
And me and Naisa dated.
Yeah.
We dated. High school Bryce dated Naisa. It didn't work out. But we're gonna run with that. That's part of the lore.
She was that was fresh off the breakup. She was
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I get that.
Well, let's talk about some of the people that we got added to the film. So Ron Perlman comes on as Reinhardt. Hellboy 1 and 2, Sons of Anarchy, Pacific Rim.
Yeah, he's in every Del Toro movie.
Yeah, and he's great in every Del Toro movie.
Yep.
And shout outs to that TV show he did with old girl from Terminator, where he was like, it was like
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
He was the Beast.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
And it's nuts. Yeah. And this guy has had a super long career in Hollywood. And yeah, to think that he started out, that was like one of his first big things. Also the voice of Fallout, which is cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
He's the war never changes guy. Like,
I think Ron Perlman's true form is Hellboy.
you think so?
No, yeah. I think that like he got cast as Hellboy because they were doing the casting calls and stuff, and then Ron Perlman showed up and just was like he shifted into Hellboy, and it was like, oh, and he was like, yeah, they've been talking about me for years.
Probably.
There has to
I mean,
be.
I can't think of anybody else as him.
Who
No,
he
I-
looks
Yeah,
dead
I mean,
on,
and-
like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, credit to Del Toro again. He's going to be in this movie as Hellboy.
Yeah.
Period.
And it works
Yep.
perfectly. We also get, Naisa is Lenore Valerie, Cleopatra TV miniseries in 1989, The Tailor of Panama. She was on the reboot of Dallas, and she was also on Texas Rangers. Have you guys seen any of this?
No.
No, I'm out on this.
Okay.
Next guy you're going to know, Norman Reedus is Scud. Boondock Saints 1 and 2, The Walking Dead. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Norman
Reedus.
Reedus,
Walking
yeah.
Dead. It's what he does. He
Yeah.
kills zombies.
And that one, the Hideo Kojima joint.
Yeah. Oh,
Death Stranding.
Yeah,
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he just walks around with cases.
Yeah. That's
I don't. Have you guys played that?
No.
Nah.
I don't. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't really. I watched a little gameplay footage and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't really know what this is.
People that love Kojima. There's just so much stuff with Kojima I just don't get. Where I'm just like, it's cool, but it's just something like the entire backstory of Metal Gear. Where do you start?
Oh, yeah, right.
Look, you could. I feel like just play one in Sons of Liberty and just save yourself some time. Just cut it right there.
And then the other guy in this, I don't know this dude, but he's been in a lot of shit. Thomas Ketchman. He was in Downfall, King Kong, and Avengers: Age of Ultron. You guys know any of this guy?
What?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So, anyways, all right, memorable shit in this movie. The opening Reaper attack, where the Reapers attack the Vampire Club, and we get to see what these things can do. Again, great way to just kick things off with like, hey, let's establish who these guys are. Did you think the vampires were badass in the last film? Oh, now they're on steroids.
Hey, real quick though, we do got to shout out Donnie Yen.
Yes.
We got a super shout out Donnie Yen.
Yes.
Because
he did his best.
Holy shit. I remember seeing, because what you said is the character is
Snowman.
Snowman. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I think seeing Donnie Yen kill these Reapers and do what he does in this movie was like, yeah. I think nothing could have sold me more on kung fu films than that.
Yeah.
Right there. I said, okay, yeah, Donnie Yen's the truth. Everything he did in those other movies,
Yeah.
this is real.
Yeah.
And again, that is the cool thing about the Blood Pack. Everybody in the group is their own different separate thing. Like
Yes.
everybody's got their own unique identity and skill set to what they bring to this. So then you actually do kind of care about these characters because they each one you can instantly recognize who they are and what they do. And then when they get got, you're like, oh man, that's a bummer. I like that dude.
Yeah.
That's good. Also, Whistler didn't die. So in the first film, Whistler sacrifices himself to not betray Blade and turn into a vampire, and then apparently the vampires just took him. He failed. They took him hostage for 2 years. Now he is a vampire.
I didn't like that.
I didn't either.
Flat out. I was just, when Whistler was back, I was like, what? Why did they do that? Like, because I felt like the betrayal that happens would have hit better if Blade had to deal with that alone.
Yeah, and not have a backup plan.
Yeah. Whistler still being around. I was like, this is kind of easy.
We talked about it a bit before, but the break-in scene where the Blood Pack breaks into the Blade's lair. And then figuring out that they have to work together, which is a classic. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yep.
Where vampires and Blade have been going back and forth forever now have to team up as to not be destroyed by the Reapers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Classic.
Yeah. I think the big Reaper villain that they had in this, the perfect Reaper dude. I think that he was probably one of the coolest comic movie villains that I've seen. Like I really like I like when you mentioned like Age of Ultron earlier. I liked like Ultron on screen. I thought he was really cool. Thanos is cool. But yeah, something about that dude, because he was like, it seemed like he was a villain specifically because he was like, yeah, no, all of this shit sucks. I'm not necessarily a bad guy. It's just all of like, I'm a bad guy, but not like I can't help that I'm this thing.
It's the Hellboy 2, the prince, the son.
Yeah,
He's
and
like,
then like for this dude to be the big villain, and then all these Reapers is just because this dude is running around tearing shit up. I'm like, man, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's such a good film. Again, it just takes everything from the first movie you love, and it just does an even better job of it. And you got Blade too.
All the practical effects, like when they're doing the autopsy of the Reaper, and they find out that there's a bone casing around its heart, so you can't stab it through the heart and shit that. Like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
If you're willing to do that level of practical effect, why don't you let Wesley Snipes do the kicks and stuff at the beginning?
Yeah, I know.
Because you gave us the Capcom CGI dude in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then you had the practical Reaper. Like
I think that was a studio thing where they were like, well, the Matrix is doing it,
Yeah.
you think, yeah.
so we need to do it.
That's fair.
The style of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the practical effects, you're right, were great. And like, again, this is like a thing having Del Toro where it's like, oh yeah, like let's make this thing like steak proof and have it be like this evolution, and that's like such a cool idea to like add something into vampires where it's like, oh no, these things are such a elite alpha version of vampires. They've like figured out how to, what weaknesses they have, make them even less weak.
Yeah.
And vampires love a nightclub.
They do love a nightclub.
They really, really do. They love they love a nightclub, and Blade loves fucking the nightclub up.
That's true. Well, and I get it. I mean, if you're a vampire, it's perfect hunting grounds. Like, you're going to be dealing with people that are more open to persuasion. Their senses are going to be off. You know, like, you can definitely take way more advantage of drunk people than you can, you know, your normal everyday person.
Yeah.
Plus, by their nature, they're dark, so you can take people into a corner.
But here's my question: do the vampire clubs have to be techno clubs? Is there a vampire like metal club? Surely, right?
Me, I don't
You know what? You got a point. Because they love some techno as well.
Right.
And plus, man, you know, I thought a few times too, like, man, how did nobody spot Blade in those clubs and be like, because he stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Blade was the only black person in both the clubs in both the movies. You mean to tell? Because if all the vampires are being killed by the black vampire hunter, you mean to tell me you see the black dude at the Kate Trinata set and didn't nobody say, "Hey, y'all, I think that's him."
I think that's Blade.
I think that's Blade. Where you see Blade at? He's the black dude in the middle of the vampires. Like, he's the only one here.
The vampires had taken DI classes. They did not want to stereotype Blade, and so they felt like that would be a bad thing. If you know, I mean, you're hanging out with your other white vampire friends, and you're like, "Hey, man, is that Blade over there?" And it's like, every black guy that comes here, you think is Blade, dude. Like, not all black guys are Blade.
He's like, but you know, we've only seen like 3 black people, and we ate the other 2. And he's not nodding his head.
All I'm saying is, should we be ready if it's
Should
Blade?
we check? Is that a sword on his back? Like, what is? Because he don't hide the sword.
No,
Yeah.
it sticks right out.
How's he getting past the metal detector?
Sticks right out.
How's he getting right in?
Because he murders the
That's true.
bouncers.
He does murder the bouncers. That's true.
You got the trench coat with the sword on your back, and you not having fun in the club, and they kept dancing.
And in Blade 2, he shoots the daylight pistols, right? Or the daylight bullets. So they just burn up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, look, there's being inclusive, and then there's also being like, hey, this the black vampire hunter with the flat top.
He's got tribal tattoos now. Look, I don't want to speak to well, you know, what he's honoring or not honoring, but we might want to look out for that guy.
Yeah. By the time they get through processing all of the things to make them not racist, he's killed them all.
It's over. It's
Shout outs to the DIA vampires.
Yeah, I don't know. I really do think that maybe those are the only clubs where vampires exist. Because then I'm trying to think, like, would the vampires ever go to the club? Like, do they ever go out to, like, a nightclub, like something you would see, like, from I'm thinking just like classic hip hop videos. Like, no way it's happening.
Man, I don't know. What would be a good spot for vampires to hang out at that's not the club?
That's not the techno club, or it's just not a club in general.
I don't know.
I mean, again, you got to get people in the door, and it's at night, so like maybe they could run like an Italian restaurant. I don't know.
Before the pandemic, they would have really got their shit off at Walmart when it was open
That's true.
24/7.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
We never knew how good we had it.
Oh my God, you
Back
know.
when you go to
Late at
Walmart at
Walmart.
3 a.m.
Yep. That'd have been a perfect spot for vampires. That
100%.
that 3 a.m. Walmart run.
Yep.
Got Vlad in the back.
You know what though? I got to figure the 3 a.m. eating at Walmart's not good though.
You want that?
I mean, maybe that's another thing. Do you ever think about that? Like maybe they're at the club because it's like hot young 20-year-olds they're dancing. Whereas like, you know,
Yes.
if you go to a Walmart now, you got to jack a 55-year-old dude that's, you know, like got a bad heart and like, you know,
Stinks of Marlboro.
definitely obese.
Well, but I think also that's the difference between like, you know, like a sit down restaurant or McDonald's. Like, what are you trying
true.
to slide? You know, like maybe because if the vampire goes to the Walmart at 3 a.m.
Sometimes it's just road food.
Yeah, it's Taco Bell.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, the person riding the cart at Walmart, you probably spread that meal out a few days.
Okay.
You
Fair.
can eat the club dude that night,
That's true.
but you know,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back on board with this.
Hell
All right.
yeah. Wallace on the hover round, that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Vampires got shit to do. They can't just be. You can try to hunt every night.
That's true. You do want to have some nights off.
Yeah,
like,
right,
you really
yeah.
want to go to the club on a
Yeah.
Tuesday.
There's a reason why we go to the grocery store. Like, I'm not trying to go out every night.
Yeah.
Right, and also it's not like the milk expires on that day.
Nah.
Nah, you can.
You got a day or two.
You got time.
Yeah. The pretty club goers and stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's that steak. That's that steak.
That's
maybe.
like we're going out tonight.
Yeah.
It's going out.
Whatever
Okay.
you have left over, you might eat in the morning.
Yeah.
But like, nah, Wallace at that Walmart, yeah,
Okay.
I'll hold you down.
Fair. All right. Cool. Well, okay. So we got clubs. We got Walmart. Is there a third spot? I guess it would just be like a Waffle House or something, right? Like it would have to be the all night 24/7 diners
I'm thinking truck stops.
or truck stops.
Oh yeah.
Truck stops are always open. Yeah, but that's well lit. People are going to notice if you. Yeah,
Well, if you're immune to cameras.
that's true. And you know what? People are coming in and going.
Yeah.
Or just a general, like, you know, you go to like a downtown area music festival.
Oh, that's a good one.
Music festival, yeah,
That's good. Oh, after a sports game, like when people are coming out of the game
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
drunk people.
Drunk people
Boom.
coming out of the game.
people.
Say, hey, man, come check this out. Yeah, go Bengals. Walk over here. You know, like
Yeah.
very easy. Oh, I got Coke in my car. Come on. You know, like no, easy sell, and then boom,
Donnie
vampire.
was never seen from again.
That's right.
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, I'm glad we got to the bottom of this. Like
As we were talking about Blade 2, we worked out where vampires hang out now.
Well, okay. Anything you want to say about Blade 2 before we move on to wrap this thing up?
The last thing I'll say is that, you know, again, friend of the show, Chris Coron, his favorite film is Blade 2.
Nice.
So I made him a shirt for Christmas last year that just says, "Y'all want to fuck, then talk about Blade 2." And he will occasionally wear that out to the clubs and whatnot. So I think that our message is getting across.
Hell yeah. This is what I want the world to be more of.
And again, if you're interested in that shirt, I can make you one too. Just hit up my website, justin3000.com.
Hey, Blade 2, yeah, Blade 2 is. I think Blade 2 is the best comic movie out of the Blade trilogy. Mm-hmm. I personally put Blade above Blade 2. Oh, yeah, I do. Just because I don't think the first Blade is a better comic movie, but I think
it sets the tone. It sets the
Yeah.
stage for Blade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think the first Blade feels more like the Blade character, and Blade 2 is definitely like super comic book movie. But yeah, that's why. But I still think Blade 2 is probably top 5 comic movies.
Yeah, I'll put Blade 2 above fucking Endgame.
Yep.
Yeah.
I definitely would.
Blade 2 rocks.
Yeah.
Full stop. I don't know if I'm going to believe this or not. So when I try to get estimates on how many vampires died in this movie, I came back with 30. I feel like that's
Ain't no
low.
way.
I feel like there's going to be more than 30
Unless
vampires.
they don't count Reapers as vampires.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah.
Well,
30.
because when they go to that club scene and dude is just opening with the machine gun.
Yeah.
like, he's
Yeah.
So
taking
many
them all
people
out.
getting destroyed.
And it was like hundreds of Reapers in the sewer.
Oh,
when they,
yeah.
When they ignited the
Yeah.
UV
The
bomb.
UV bomb, yeah.
That was cool.
Oh, and it wasn't that kind of like a lightweight Frazetta nod when all of them were kind of coming and because wasn't they kind of climbing
Ooh,
up?
I can see that.
And then he lit the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that for sure.
Well, all right, let's do this. Let's go into Blade Trinity from 2004. Here's the summary. It's the third installment in the Blade series, directed by David S. Goyer. The film follows Blade, the half-vampire, half-human vampire hunter. Blade is framed for murder by the Vampire Nation, which forces him to team up with the Night Stalkers, a group of vampire hunters led by Abigail Whistler, Jessica Biel, and Hannibal King, Ryan Reynolds. Together, they face the ultimate vampire Dracula, known as Drake, Dominic Purcell. Guys, this movie.
Yeah, this is the one where David S. Goyer was like, "Hey, remember how genius I was for writing that first opening sequence in the blood fountain club? Now I'm a big time director, and I want to call all the shots and do all the things. And also, cocaine is great.
Yeah, Blade Trinity was just premium buns. premium, like really top tier Pepperidge Farm buns.
Yes.
Oh my God. But like Jessica Biel, I mean, she's cute.
Right, sure. I mean, you have the eye candy. You have Ryan Reynolds.
I guess
in fresh off of his
and
Two Guys a Girl phase era.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So you got abbed up Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel and all the things if you care to look at the pretty people.
Right.
But aside
Right.
from that, yeah. And Wesley Snipes, from what he had said in his interviews, like he phoned that shit in because he didn't want to do it.
Because he thought that script was trash, and David S. Goyer was like, everything I do is great, so you're gonna do this fucking movie because you're contractually obligated.
Yeah, and like, oh man, everything about it, and then like the Dracula, the villain, worse Dracula.
The dude from Prison Break.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Worst damn
Bad Dracula.
Worst Dracula I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The little Reaper dogs, Triple H.
Triple
Oh,
H.
Triple H. Shoo.
Oh man. I'm gonna be honest. I've never liked Triple H. I've never liked Triple H.
Triple H catching strays on what you
No,
said.
no. That's
right.
real. If Triple H ever listens to this, I'm okay to say I've never liked Triple H, man. Something about him, somebody's face.
You don't like the nose?
I just don't like Triple H.
Just him.
Yeah, because
how he is. Just who
I
he
just
is.
don't like Triple H.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't. And I can say that comfortably as Bryce Oquaye. I don't like you, Triple H. And I can say that because it would be wrong if you kick my ass. You're too big.
Do you know
That's
about
fair.
Do you know about the racist ass storyline he did with Booker T?
See?
Now you're gonna hate him even more.
See?
Yep.
See?
Yep.
There you go. It's like he gave that aura.
Yeah.
He gave that aura.
You just knew.
There was
Yeah.
a reason
You didn't
like
even
him.
know.
Yeah, I ain't even know. It's just something about him. Like anytime I'd watch him wrestle and stuff, I was just like, ugh, I hope you get your ass beat. I said like him. I never liked Triple H. And then he was in this movie and he was awful at it.
He's so bad. It was like such a weird pull too. It was like, was this him trying to break into Hollywood?
It was.
Because there was some of that at the time. Like the WWE's always flirted with Hollywood. In the 90s, the door started to open with like guys coming over. And now it's just a pipeline with like Rock, Cena, Batista. They're all huge, you know?
Yeah.
But like I think because The Rock was already popping in films at this time.
Yeah, that was it's post Scorpion King.
Yeah.
Right,
So I think Triple H saw that and was like, "Oh, well, The Rock can do it. I can do it."
Yeah.
You're not The Rock, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triple H.
A lot
You're Triple H.
a lot of people tried it, but there was only one Rock. Because like Stone Cold tried to do it. Remember, Kane had a movie. He was in See No Evil.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then there was, and then like Triple H had some solo movies. Like he was like the there was something with him and a kid in a bus or something. He was like was like the stepdad or something.
Yeah, and a lot of those movies were produced by WWE Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that was always Vince's thing when he was there. Like, he wanted to be in movies. He wanted the WWE to go beyond the ring and to, like...
So I'm sure he was like, absolutely,
do
Hunter.
it.
Go do that vampire movie.
Yeah. He was like, "Run for it." Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead and do this vampire movie because everybody loves Blade, right? And they'll love you too.
I'm just going to run down through this real quick. So, Jessica Biel... Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. I haven't seen that in a minute. Was that the one with
was a good one.
with Arlie Ermy? Was that during that time period of Texas Chainsaw? Because I did enjoy those.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure who's Arlie Ermy.
He was the drill instructor from Full Metal Jacket.
Oh yeah.
And he was like the sheriff, and he was the guy that picked people up and shit.
Yeah. Underrated. I actually don't mind that Texas Chainsaw that Jessica Biel's in. I think it's all right.
It's okay.
That was my favorite for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm number one's always going to be in number one in my heart as well. But yeah, it was as compared to some of the other dog shit we've got with Texas Chainsaw, it was a happy breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Especially that horrible McConaughey one.
Oh my God.
It's so funny they tried not to release that.
The one where it's supposed to be like the next generation.
Yeah.
The Solace family.
Yeah, it's McConaughey and it's somebody else that's big. It's like
Renee Zellweger.
I think that's who. Yeah, Zellweger. And then one of them was like trying to get it not released, and they were like, "Nope, you two are huge now. We are definitely releasing this."
Yes.
Didn't all the really big stars have like a little run of those?
Oh, yeah.
Because Brad Pitt was on there. Wasn't he on the Nightmare on Elm Street's TV show?
I don't know. But
Probably.
that
Yeah,
makes sense.
I think he
That
did an
makes sense.
episode
Probably.
of that. Like,
Yeah.
they was all doing.
I mean,
doing the
horror
joint.
has always been kind of a gateway that can get you in the door. Like, if you're willing to do a
Yeah.
horror flick, then maybe somebody sees you and is like, "Oh, I could use them in this thing," and you know,
Yep.
and some people stay and some people go.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100. I mean, well, and then Brad Pitt goes on to do like DayZ or World War Z. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, which I do appreciate. I feel like more people are willing to dabble with horror now, especially with like the A24 stuff and
Oh, yeah,
other
man.
things where it's like
Yeah.
kind of avant garde.
Yeah.
And, like,
I love that we completely dropped talking about Blade Trinity because it sucks.
Hey,
right?
I mean, hey, look, that's if that's not a review for the movie in itself, you
Yeah.
know.
Can we talk about the CGIs?
Well, hold on. Let's
Okay.
Let's
Are
get
we-
through. Let's get through cast real quick, and we'll
Too
get
far.
CGI. Oh no, you're okay.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is Hannibal King. I mean, Deadpool, Green Lantern, Van Wilder. I don't know. I mean, he just kind of plays the same dude in every movie at this point.
Yeah, he's The Rock.
Yeah.
And this is I hate to be that dude that's like the comics, but Hannibal King was actually a character I really really liked.
He was
Yeah.
very dope in the
yeah,
books.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. In the books, he was really cool. He was on that. He was on his Vampire Knight shit.
Yeah.
and like, yeah. So to have Ryan Reynolds play that character and the way that they handled that, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Y'all shit the bed on this.
Yeah, it's really weird to do that. I mean, there's one thing about not being faithful to the comic, but then the whole thing where Ryan Reynolds is like, no, I'm just going to do the Ryan Reynolds thing here.
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't work for the character. It works for Deadpool. It works for Deadpool. Great. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But not for this character. Like, what are
Yeah.
you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dominic Purcell, the dude from Prison Break. Also in Equilibrium. Equilibrium, good movie.
Very great, very underrated.
Very cool movie. That isn't that like it was like sword fighting with guns or something.
Gun Fu.
Gun Fu. Yeah,
Yep.
that movie rocked.
Yep.
And then people got it confused with The Matrix.
Yep, early Christian Bale appearance.
Early Christian Bale before he's Batman.
Yep.
Parker Posey. I love Parker Posey, dude.
I do too.
You've got Mail, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, Dazed and Confused. Like, she's in so much good shit.
Yeah.
And she's if Hollywood's ever like, if there's a script where it's just like, this woman is just a total pain in the ass, like just awful person, we hate her, Parker Posey. Like every
She
time.
can do it.
Parker,
Or this
Parker
person-
Posey plays the heel.
Right, or plays the complete baby face.
Yeah.
Right, she can play a completely lovable, you want to just pick her up and squish her cheeks
Yeah.
character as well.
Yeah, one of the two. Definitely a lot of range. Yeah, Chris Christopherson's back, and of course Triple H. So, ugh.
Of course, Triple H.
It's just so bad. Like, the only thing there is in this movie is him and that goddamn Pomeranian. And then, like, they're both doing the jaw thing to each other, like the
Yeah.
dog is, because, and then, like, there's, like, Triple H hisses at one point, and you see his fangs, and, like, body slams Blade through a table or something. It's
This is
it's
dumb as
so
hell.
bad.
And then when Ryan Reynolds has to run from the Pomeranians, he's fighting the Pomeranians.
Ugh.
Like, how you gonna do Hannibal King
Blade
like that?
catches his sword, 6 stories in that fall or whatever.
Yeah.
He hits the ground and catches his sword.
Wasn't that? I feel like there was this like weird transitional scene where like Dracula's like flying past the screen, like he just got his shit rocked and he's shifting between his human form and the Dracula form or whatever, and it just looked like a made for TV movie.
Yeah, it is bad.
Yep.
So bad. That terrible scene of Jessica Biel like showing us, proving that she has archery skills.
Yeah.
That was bad.
And I wish. I'm sorry. I wish I would be Blade. I just had to light up. I had to light up a UV bomb to kill a bunch of Reapers in the sewer. I've been running around busting guns. I had Scud making me tech all these things, and then you pop up with a bow and arrow.
Right, R.I.P. Scud.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, come on. Like, this ain't even I'm not accepting this. Get out of here with this
He has to kick it with these two
Yeah,
fools?
yeah. Get out of here with this bow and arrow and Ryan Reynolds.
It really is a step down. Like, it really is. Because you go from the Blood Pack in the second film, where
Yep.
everybody is super cool and just looks hard, and they're fighting these Reaper creatures. And now, again, we just get Jessica Biel and Rose. It feels
Okay.
like a step down.
Okay, well then that said, what's your Blade Trinity? What's your version of Blade Trinity?
Oh, what would I do instead?
Yeah.
I got this.
Go.
I've thought about this. My version, my version of Blade Trinity, where it Deacon Frost, he comes back, and the reason being is because he really became this blood god. So you blew him up. And he just needed time to reform and go through the things or whatever. So he comes back as this blood god. But now, knowing the type of threat that Blade is, he's like gathering things to try to, oppose Blade more directly. And within that, like you get an introduction of his version of a Daywalker. Now you get to circle back and bring in Morbius.
There it is.
Because he's like, how do I deal with this Daywalker that screwed me over? We need another Daywalker to fight the Daywalker. So now you can connect it to the little Morbius cameo that was from the first movie to the third movie, and then they got to work together when they realize they're not enemies to stop Deacon.
Now, I like everything he's saying. I'm going to tag on to that and say that in this world, as the blood god comes back, the world as we know falls, and it turns into the vampire world.
Yep.
And there's human survivors, and that's what Blade's doing now. Now Blade is like picking up whoever he can find, whatever's left of humanity, and he's trying to get people off the planet. And that's what happens at the end of the movie is Blade and the team blast off, which leaves open the possibility for Blade 4, Blade in space.
I am with it. Look,
Come on.
We get some vampires that stow away on them.
And all the humans that he's been collecting are all the Midnight Suns, like Ghost Rider and fucking Moon Knight and all those dudes, right? And you turn it into the Raid.
And nobody can hate and say Vampires in Space doesn't work because Vampire Hunter D.
It's true. That's facts.
We just fixed it.
Look that up.
We just fixed it.
Yeah. And if you got an issue with a Triple H, let me tell you something.
You got a production company.
Yeah. You do.
You feel a froggy jump, Triple H.
Yeah. Triple H. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what Bryce Oquaye said. Triple H.
Who flinches?
You don't get me talking about shit before we go to see Ghostface Triple H. I'ma spare you. Some garbage ass movie. It's a Triple H movie. That's what
ruined it. That's what.
Yeah.
He was the turd in the bowl.
I'm not gonna bash Ryan Reynolds too bad for what he did in this movie because it was really, really bad. But also, I have Mint Mobile, and I really enjoy it.
Nice.
So
Covering your bases. I like it.
Yeah. So just in case, Ryan, you did what you needed to do.
Fair.
I've watched the season of that soccer show that he's on. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, he's Deadpool.
He's Deadpool.
Yeah, he's Deadpool. And it's Pikachu.
Yeah.
He gets a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan, you got to go through some things.
It's true.
What do y'all think about his Amityville?
I haven't seen it.
He tried.
That's how I felt. I wasn't going to shit on him because I could see he put some real effort into not being Ryan Reynolds.
He tried.
In that movie.
The Amityville one, he tried.
He tried not to be himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not easy sometimes, especially when you're dialed in like that.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get out of here, estimated kill count in this movie is 77 vampires. See, that seems more like, again, maybe in the for the count for the sequel, they were only counting the vampires that got killed, not the Reapers.
I think that's what.
I
think that was the case.
Yeah. I'd like to know the body count on those Reapers.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Anything else to say about Blade Trinity? No. That's all that can be said.
Now, question, because I know we're only supposed to be talking about the trilogy, but do we think the made-for-TV Blade joint with sticky fingers, do we think that that's better than Blade Trinity?
I've never seen it. I've never seen the TV series.
It's more watchable than Blade Trinity.
You feel me? Like, yeah, the Spike television.
It's more watchable.
Blade is way better than Blade Trinity. Off top, I can
say that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, dude, like accidentally, cutting your finger on a box cutter is preferable to Blade Trinity. Like, it's just such a bad movie.
Yeah, and we end with the CGI eyeballs on Wesley Snipes because he refused to open his fucking eyes for David S. Goyer. the final fuck you to David
that
S.
real?
Goyer. Yes. He refused to open his eyes, so they had to CG opening his eyes when he was on that fucking table.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Yep. Because he hated David S. Goyer that much.
How weird is that got to be to work on a project somebody that you just loathe that much, and you're to that pissing contest point of like, I fucking hate you.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hate the
Yep.
way that you walk, the way that you talk.
Guys, we might be getting more Blade. So
Maybe. We talked about that on the way up here, too.
there's rumors.
Marshala Ali is doing a lot of backpedaling and being like, this is not the thing that I signed up for.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting it.
Well, and I wasn't even referring to that. I was referring to the possibility of Blade popping up in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Well, that could be dope. I mean, like, I feel like with everything that they're trying to do with the Blade stuff right now, and Mahershala Ali being the actor that he is, and the expectations that he has, and what they promise versus what they keep talking about, I just don't see us getting Blade. I think that they're gonna have to completely just back out of what they promise.
That's a bummer because I would love to see more Blade stuff.
Right.
Me too, me too.
Unless there's a Blade cameo in Deadpool Wolverine that sort of they're waiting on to be like, all right, now we can do it.
Well, what I've seen like online, and I'm not even like talking on like nerd sites. I'm just like talking about just on like regular news sites. People are talking about the possibility of Wesley Snipes popping up as Blade in Wolverine and Deadpool.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is a Wesley appearance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
That's fucking cool. I didn't think about that.
That would be dope. I mean, I think honestly, I mean, as much as I want more Blade stuff, I don't necessarily know if I want an MCU Blade anyway. To be real,
I do like Blade being outside the MCU because I do like because it does become like a sticky thing where it's like, what is the advantage of having Blade in anything that's not the Blade universe? And it's one of those things where it doesn't really make sense because like, are you gonna bring fucking Iron Man into a club to kill vampires?
No.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
No,
you feel
I
me?
want him. Yeah, I want him shooting those guns and cutting their heads off and stabbing them through the heart. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, because Blade deserves every bit of the MCU treatment, but Blade is not a character I want lumped into that world because I know we all know how the MCU kind of handles those things, and I feel like if we got like a Blade Netflix series, I would have been more on board with that before they did Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
And Blade is just so much more of a different tone than the normal MCU. Like it's not big bright lights. It's it's dark. It's gritty. It's very violent. Blade's not like a nice schlubby guy. It's like, oh, hey, I'm here to save the world.
No.
Yeah,
like that's not his thing. Like
Yeah.
he's like, I'm here to kill some motherfuckers because they're vampires.
Yep. He's not rocking with none of you. And I mean, I think the only way it would work is if they would be willing to allow Blade to exist in the pockets that Blade exists in and acknowledge that the world is this MCU world. Like
Just let him live in the underground of the MCU world, and that way
and
you can
it's-
do all your R-rated shit that you want.
Yeah, and there's little clever things you could do. Like, especially we know like Doctor Strange and shit is like he's in a supernatural world. Do some little things that give nods to Doctor Strange and there's magic, or do some things like that. But like never, I don't think I'd ever want to see a crossover.
It does feel like a hard crossing the streams, especially I couldn't imagine like doing like an MCU movie where it's like all of a sudden there's vampires in it.
Yeah.
Like, that would be weird. Like the Avengers all of a sudden are fighting vampires. Because I mean, that's kind of what you're saying in this world. Like if Blade exists in the same world as the Avengers, that means that superheroes can exist in the Blade world and then vampires can exist in the regular Marvel. It gets weird. You know? I think you kind of got to keep these two things apart. It's definitely not peanut butter and chocolate.
No. And they do some dumb shit, like have Blade deal with some quirky sidekick type character or give him a mech suit. Ain't no telling.
Right.
Blade in an Iron Man suit or some shit. I don't know. Like they would just do something we didn't ask for. That's the thing.
They would Avengerize
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blade.
Like Blade would meet War Machine because black, or like, I don't know, like they would do shit like that.
They would give him Captain America's old wings. They're like, you fly now. It's like, I don't want to fly. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just stuff that you don't want. And,
Yeah.
Keep Blade.
Yeah. Leave him as is and let him cuss and kill people.
Yes, this is what we want, Marvel.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm fine with like him being quiet. Just be quiet, quippy Blade.
I like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to say shit.
Exactly.
He's a man that lets his actions talk, and also his physicality. It's the way he expresses himself.
But man, Mahershala Ali playing Blade would be perfect right now.
For sure.
So for them to not act on that quicker is such a loss. It's a supreme loss. Like that's very, very, very disappointing if we don't get the right Blade with him.
Right.
Yikes.
So maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's is that they're waiting on the Wesley Snipes appearance to sort of bless the new version, right? So what if there's both of them in Deadpool Wolverine?
That could be fun.
Didn't they do that? Now, didn't they do the little? They had his voice in Eternals.
Yes.
Yeah, with they had the Black Knight.
Yeah,
thing,
when he was going for the Ebony Blade.
Yeah. I didn't really understand what that cameo was supposed to be about. Like, why was Blade even in connection with that situation?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither. Well, look, guys, I think we've talked a lot of Blade here today. I think it's been a lot of good Blade talk.
We bladed it out.
We
Blade,
did,
yeah.
and I think we can all agree we want more Blade, but we want it to be good and not Blade Trinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep David S. Goyer far away from Blade.
I'm saying. Well, yeah.
All right, before we get here, Justin, can you hit your plugs real quick?
Yeah, Justin3000.com. That's where you'll find all of my stuff. And Instagram, Justin3000. Stewart is where I post, for the most part, regularly.
Now, do I need to cut this out or not? Is there future Kentucky Kaiju
Yes,
things percolating?
the Kentucky Kaiju Kickstarter will launch next Friday, or this Friday.
Okay.
So just go to Kickstarter and type Kentucky Kaiju, and you'll be able to see the new.
All right, get it. Bryce, what about you, man?
Yeah. Instagram at bmad100s, mad100s.com, all the places. Future comic things, all the things that we usually do. But then also, if you catch yourself in Lexington, Kentucky, come to one of my showcases, Mad Wavy. We do awesome showcases, live art. If you're a hip hop fan, you'll see all kinds of amazing performers and stuff. It's completely free. So yeah, an extension of the community aspect of what I do for the area that I live in. So support the arts, but then also support platforms that support artists. So if you are in Lexington or you're close to Lexington and you want to see a free show, it's really, really dope. Pull up.
Oh, yeah. And definitely, if you're in the area, go out and support. And hopefully, at some point, maybe things tour around and come to other places. That could be cool.
You never know.
You will likely catch us in both Cincinnati and Louisville.
Nice. Well, listener, look out for that. If you see him anywhere near you, go out, check out Bryce's stuff, check out Justin's stuff. Go see them both. And especially if you're anywhere near Lexington, go to Lexington. It's a cool town, and there's a lot of cool people that are making great art. Listener, Listener, where to find me at Neil No One is where I'm at on Instagram. Linktree is there. Everything else is there. Hey, you got a friend that's into Blade or vampire movies in general? Hook them up with the episode. Send it to them via message, DMs, text, whatever, because the algorithm is not my friend. And you spreading the word of the podcast helps get it out there, and I appreciate it. By the way, there's over 170 back episodes. Each one is its own thing. They're all evergreen. Jump in wherever you want. Each episode, it doesn't matter. You don't have to listen to this thing from number one. Just whatever you want to listen to, hit play on it. Guys, thank you so much for doing the show. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, man.
Oh, yeah,
Always
man.
a blast.
And listener, peace.